Most homeowners look at their lawn and see grass. A retired couple in Central Texas looked at theirs and saw a way to shave nearly $400 off their yearly tax bill. They didn't do it by hiring a lawyer or fighting the county in court. They did it by tearing out their fescue and planting white clover instead. It sounds too simple to be true, but once you understand how property tax assessments actually work, it starts to make a lot more sense. Most people don't realize that property taxes aren't just based on the size of your house. County assessors also look at how your land is being used. In many states, there are special classifications for land that supports agriculture, pollinators, or wildlife habitat. These programs go by different names depending on where you live. Some counties call it an agricultural use exemption. Others call it a wildlife management valuation or a greenbelt program. The purpose behind all of them is the same. The government wants to encourage land use that benefits the environment or local food production. So it rewards property owners who qualify with a lower assessed value. Here's where clover comes into the picture. White clover is a nitrogen-fixing plant, which means it actually improves soil health instead of draining it the way grass does. It requires far less water, almost no fertilizer, and it happens to be one of the best food sources for honeybees and native pollinators. That combination checks a lot of boxes for these county programs. A homeowner who converts even a portion of their yard from ordinary turf grass to a legitimate pollinator planting or light grazing area can sometimes apply for one of these reduced assessment categories, depending entirely on their local rules. That sounds simple, but the details matter a lot here. Not every county offers this option, and the ones that do usually have minimum acreage requirements or specific paperwork you need to file. A homesteader in rural Georgia might qualify with just half an acre of clover used for goat forage, while someone on a quarter-acre suburban lot in Ohio might not qualify at all under the same kind of program. This is where many homeowners get caught off guard. They hear about a neighbor saving money and assume it works the same way everywhere, without checking their own county assessor's website first. The surprising part is how many people already have clover creeping into their lawn and have no idea it could be working in their favor. Clover used to be a standard ingredient in grass seed mixes decades ago, before lawn care companies started marketing it as a weed in the 1950s. Older lawns across the country still have patches of it hiding among the grass. A feed store owner in Missouri says he gets calls every spring from customers who found out their existing clover patches already qualify them for a small reduction, simply because nobody had ever measured or reported it to the county. What happens next surprises many people. Once a property owner applies and gets approved, the savings aren't a one-time thing. The reduced valuation typically carries forward year after year, as long as the land use stays the same. Over 10 or 15 years, even a modest reduction of $200 or $300 a year adds up to real money, all from a plant that also cuts down on mowing, watering, and fertilizing costs at the same time. This is not something you can do overnight, though. Most counties want proof that the clover planting is intentional and maintained, not just a few weeds popping up. That usually means keeping records, sometimes taking photos each season, and in some cases, having the property inspected before approval. A rancher outside of Boise learned this the hard way when his first application got rejected simply because he hadn't documented how the clover was being used to support his livestock.